Hey, this is Mrs. Ziegler, and I'm going to go over your change and property notes. I apologize that this video was not there sooner. Just was sick over the weekend, so this is why it's getting posted now. So here you have your worksheet. Okay, so these are for your notes. So we're going to start with what is the difference between physical and chemical changes? So a physical change is a change in which does not alter the identity of the substance, meaning that when a change occurs, it's still the same thing. An example would be crumpling, folding, cutting, tearing. Okay. Any phase change, like such as boiling, freezing, melting, is a physical change, which we will go over more of what phase changes are on the other side of the notes. A chemical change is when, again, the change alters or changes the identity of the substance, essentially making a new substance. An example would be burning, reacting, and rusting. So now, what is the difference between physical and chemical properties? Okay, physical properties are properties that can be observed without changing the identity of the substance. Examples would be color, shape, texture, size, volume, mass, density. Density we will go more into after this part of the unit. Chemical properties are when the substance can change, be observed by changing its, changing its identity. Excuse me. Examples would be the ability to burn, ability to rust, or ability to react. So the differences between a change and a property is that a change is when something happens to the substance, meaning there's an action word, whereas a property is something about the substance itself. Now, on the back side, the three phases of matter, which you should have learned in middle school and in elementary school, that the three phases are solid, liquid, gas. And these are pictures of how the particles look like in their states of matter. Now here, it's asking you, what are the phase changes? There are actually 6. So when we have a solid and it goes to a liquid, and it can also go to a gas, or a gas can go to a liquid, these are the ways that it changes. So when we go from a solid, when you go from a solid to a gas, it's called sublimation. A solid to a gas, that's what the arrow's pointing. When I go from a gas to a solid, that's called deposition. When I go from a solid to a liquid, that's melting. When I go from a liquid to a solid, that's freezing. When I go from a gas to a liquid, that is condensation. But when I go from a liquid to a gas, that is called vaporization. It's also called evaporation, or you can also call boiling, just depending on how that phase change occurs. These are your notes. I will be giving you some more information on this in class, but you are responsible for completing these notes. If you have any question, please reach out.